Hello, what's up, Geminis? Welcome to your January reading. So just right off the bat, well, first I'm going to just say, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. You know, all Geminis are different, but just take what resonates most. You'll feel it in your heart. You'll get those signals of, yes, this was meant for me. But if it's not, just leave it. It's for someone else. It looks like the beginning of the month started maybe a little bit rocky. You're working through some things. The first card is firm foundation. So this is right off the bat, like, okay, we need to make sure we're solid in ourselves. We need to make sure we're solid in, what we're doing on a day-to-day. So this is, taking a seat of awareness for our everyday environment, what is working for us, what is not, what are we going to leave behind, and what are we going to start doing. So make sure your foundations, make sure you're solid in yourself and in your life before you let any of these other, forces kind of like come into your life and mix you up a little bit. If the foundation is solid, it will be a lot harder to crumble. So work on yourself, work on self-love, and it will be, like I said, more difficult for things to, push you down. They're inevitable, but with a firm foundation, with a solid foundation, it'll be easier to get through, and you'll know how to get through it. It's like, what works for you, what doesn't. We can push through that. Then we have deception and envy, and this is in the mental realm. So use your heart to judge, It could be that you are envious of others, you're comparing yourself to other people too much, and that is why the firm foundation is so important, because, we have to feed our self-love, we have to feed our own fire before we can go looking and inspecting everyone else's fires, and that's not really any of our business. It's, we have to focus on us, we have to focus on, what we're cultivating in our life, what kind of energy we want, not focusing on other people, and in turn, other people might be focusing on us. So everyone, check yourself. There might be, I don't know, use your heart to judge if there is some deception in the air, if people are lying to you. Use your intuition to, guide you to have the conversations that need to be had. Yeah, a little bit of a trickster energy. But be solid in yourself, don't let the deception, don't let this feelings of envy or comparison bring you down. Then we have the waiting game. So this is be patient. If things do end up getting a little bit bumpy in your relationships or in the way you're viewing your life, you might be viewing the things you're doing for the wrong reason. So ask yourself more questions. Ask yourself why you do something before you do it. And that will help build your foundations, because you'll be firm in what you're doing and why. And that will, be hard to waver, because if you really believe in what you're doing, then, you won't need to prove it to anyone else. You'll be firm in what you're doing and why. And you're not going to be doing it for other people to look better on a scale of comparison. Check in with yourself on that one. But be patient. There's a little bit of waiting game in the soul, so, settle down for a little bit, go inward, reflect on what you need, and start giving that to yourself. And the things that are in your life that you're recognizing, oh, maybe I don't really need this anymore, I don't really need this energy around me. Okay, like some people could be in your life that are just like, okay, I realize, like, this isn't for me anymore, I'm just gonna step away. So take time, discern what is for you and what is not. We're clearing out the old. Then we have some temptations. Temptations might start trickling in to try and get you to waver your foundation or waver your reasons for doing what you're doing, or also just sinking into the temptation of fear. sinking into the temptation of fear rather than facing our fear. So it's a lot easier to let the thoughts kind of, you know, take over us. But if we can recognize that these are just temptations to try and get us to waver in our firm foundations, then it should make us want to solidify our foundations even more. So yeah, beware of the temptations that might be coming your way, temptations that you can either see or feel. So like I said, sinking into fear rather than facing your fear, saying what you want to say, you know. So then the next card goes into the fear a little bit more. The temptation might be to trap yourself in fear. It seems easier, or sometimes we just sink into it. It might not even seem easier. It might just be kind of like, this is what's happening. But if we can be aware of what's happening, we can get out of it quicker. Because we are going to get out of it. Fear is temporary, and fear can be so limiting. So be easy on yourself. If you feel like you're not doing something out of fear, start asking yourself more questions, start journaling about it, start having these conversations of, I want to do this, but I feel like I'm being held back by these things, and just work through it until you get to the bottom of the issue. And part of what might help with that is not taking things so personally, not taking things like, I don't know, recognizing, this just came up in the last reading, which is, you know, common theme right now, recognizing that, you know, not taking life too seriously, realizing that we are these cosmic beings, we're full of energy, full of potential, and the only person that can trap us in fear, the only person that can hold us back from digging out this potential from within us is ourselves. So if we recognize that we're really the person standing in between ourselves and what we really want out of life, we can start dissolving this energy of restriction, of feeling trapped in fear, feeling trapped in our mind, feeling trapped in thoughts. So recognize that you are this cosmic being. Recognize that everything that is in your path, everything that feels like a struggle, all the internal struggle, all the external struggle, is all to give you lessons to overcome. So the next time you feel yourself sinking into a state of fear, it's like, no, I am a cosmic being, and I am in control of the fear I put over myself, of me standing in my own way. I could say, excuse me, self, please move out of the way. I'm trying to do some things in this life. You know, so don't let your thoughts bring you down. Don't let the fear of comparison or, you know, watching what everyone else is doing and thinking, oh, I'm not good enough, but you are way more than good enough. You're given this body for a reason. It's time to use it in the way you want to use it. So, right, this is the crown chakra. So you might have some ideas coming in, or just general guidance on how to get through this fear. You might pick up some breadcrumbs along the way in the physical world that are words that match what is kind of coming in. You know, that you'll see the synchronicities kind of take form in the physical and realize, oh yeah, I can get over this. Oh yeah, I am this divine being, and I deserve to be treated like so. And the key, it seems, to come into smoother waters is talking about the things that we feel weigh us down. So the loss, the heartache, whatever is kind of weighing on you, it's okay to communicate that. Find some people you trust and like be really open with them. Get a little vulnerable, you know, or even with yourself. Start journaling. It's because we have the throat chakra and heartache and loss. So I feel like this is more about communicating the things that are weighing on you, communicating the loss you feel. It has been an incredibly tough year, and it's not okay just to keep going on without talking about it. You know, we have to heal from this, and the way we heal from it is being open, being vulnerable with ourselves and talking through it, you know, realizing that it's okay. So it's going to take it's going to take some time to communicate these things, to communicate what's weighing on us, what's holding us down. So yeah, I would definitely get it out, you know, speak about it. The more you speak about it, you'll feel the weight lifting off of you, and that is such like a freeing feeling. So just try that if it feels right to you. If the moment's right, you'll know. But also, you know, just journal about it. Just journal about it. Be clear with yourself what you're feeling. We're coming in touch with our emotions this month, Geminis. And then we have hope. So once you do start opening up, you'll realize, oh wow, you know, maybe other people are feeling the exact same way. Or maybe, oh wow, yeah, opening up and talking about these things makes me feel free again, you know? You can feel the weight lifting off of you. Shake that weight off. You don't need to carry it forever. So that's the hope, you know? And also following those divine sparks of inspiration. We should act on those. Those are gifts. So yes, hope in community, hope in feeling free again, hope in feeling inspired, feeling that passion kind of take over. And then we have foundation and achievements. So if you listen to the first card, firm foundation, which was like, check in on your foundations, then it's like, okay, we got through all the roughness. We're working through these emotions. We're working through these heavy emotions, and we'll see that our foundation has paid off, working, you know, to fill ourselves up with love, not expecting it from any other source. Achievement, foundation and achievement. This is a big feat. Once you do work through these emotions, you'll realize the world will open up. It's like, yes, I can achieve, you know, you can do this. And that's kind of shown also in the next two cards, which is awareness and the sacral chakra. So the sacral chakra is our second chakra. It's located like right under our belly button. And these are our desires, our interest, our creativity, our sexuality. So this is, you know, sit with your emotions. You have to, you know, the first step is becoming aware, realizing that you are not your thoughts, you are not your emotions. These things happen to you. You are a divine being in a human body. You feel things, and that is normal, but it's okay to talk about them. You don't have to keep them all in this vehicle and have them weigh you down. So coming to an awareness of what we truly want, what we desire, our creativity, how we want to express ourselves in this world, become aware of that and have that fuel, you know, how you go forward. So once we have the firm foundations, we're working up, we're in the sacral chakra, we're expressing our desires, what we need from ourselves, what we need for ourselves, and what we need from people around us. Not from them necessarily, you know, but like, if people are in our life that just aren't working for us anymore, time to get clear on, you know, time to get clear. And then we have destiny. So this is, you know, you are coming to terms with who you are meant to be. You're pulling this potential out of yourself, and this is all in your destiny. This is all in, you know, this is a part of the journey, coming to our truest selves. So be patient with yourself. It's a ride, but it's also beautiful. Everything you learn along the way is here to help you grow, here to help you open up to the world, here to help you express your truest self, your soul, whatever wants to come through. This is all part of your destiny, and it's a beautiful thing. So don't, you know, get caught up in the seriousness of the emotions, the heaviness. Just, you know, let it go, express it, you know. It has to come out of you one way or another. And then we have material and spiritual prosperity. So this is like, wow, we did a lot of work this month in the emotional realm. We did a lot of work expressing ourselves, figuring out what we need, what our interests are, what's going to fuel us going forward, making sure we have a firm foundation for all of this to rest upon. So towards the end of the month, more smooth waters. We're working through the denseness of the time. We're coming into this new phase, and you'll start to see, you know, things really take shape in the physical, in your physical surroundings of, wow, all this work I've been doing is actually working out for me, you know? Beautiful. And then we have rest and rejuvenate. So maybe go out, take some time in nature, take some time with yourself, you know? Take some time to think about all of everything you've gone through so far and appreciate what you've had to do every step of the way. Appreciate your body for taking you every step of the way through this journey of life. It's exciting. But rest, you know, reflect, feed your energy again. You know, it's been a lot of wear and tear throughout the year. It's been rough. So rest, give yourself time to refuel and rejuvenate and, you know, feel good. And then for your 2 spirit animals, we have the spider for number 1. And this is, you are the creator of prosperity. This is like you are weaving this huge web of your life. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Like, you know, everything you do, all of the things you go through is helping you realize your potential, helping you realize what is possible for your life. And throughout all of it, we're weaving this map of our life, this tapestry, this beautiful story. And it's going to be hard work. It's not going to be easy, you know, but see, it is a beautiful web, and we are the creators of our life. We are the creators of our prosperity, of our happiness. It's all within us already. It's just, it takes time to come to fruition in the physical realm. And it's going to be a little bumpy, you know, but if you can just appreciate the beautiness, the beautifulness, whatever it is, of it all, you know, we're building this beautiful web. So take time in cultivating that, you know. And then we have the Panther. So this is getting rid of the unnecessary, this purging, this letting go of all these heavy emotions. You know, because we will realize that the more heaviness we take on, the more we refuse to let go of, the more we sit in fear, the more our growth will sit at a standstill. The more we face things, the more we step into the uncomfortable, the more we grow. So, you know, the timing's up to you in some aspects. So just be patient with yourself. Let go of what is hurting you. Take that seed of awareness and recognize what is actually not good for you and what is good for you. We're working through it, guys. Happy January. You're coming out to the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's a beautiful thing. You're building this tapestry. You're building this tapestry of life, and it's a beautiful thing. I'm excited for you guys. Happy January. Happy 2021.